talk a little bit about some defensive game. 5-3 tackle and twist. What this is basically going to be a stunt involving a tackle and an end to one side, both sides. We'll figure that out as the call is played in. So for today's purposes, we are always going to consider the defensive left, our defensive left side as we're looking at the offense, the offensive right side as strength. So strength is always called to the left. So this would be the strong side, because they're to the defensive left. Strong side tackle and twist, because it's strength. We're always going to call the right weak, left strength. So if we run a weak side tackle and twist, that tells us our right defensive tackle and end are going to run the twist. Explain to you what a twist is. That's something that if we maybe would have a position to where we have a team in a third and long, we think they're going to pass, or maybe they had a false start or something. We've got them in a second and long. We think that they're trying to do something. We're just trying to throw a curveball at them. What a tackle and twist is. Tackle comes before the end. That's why we call it a tackle and twist. Basically, what's happening? These two guys are just changing roles. At the snap of the ball, this tackle is crashing as hard as he can off the inside hip of this end, and he has outside contain. Now, if we remember, the tackle normally is a two-gap contain guy, and the defensive end usually has outside contain. When we have this game on, or we'll call it a game, the tackle and twist, the end does not have to be responsible for two gaps. It's just not going to work. This is more in a passing series, just trying to get these guys a little bit confused on the offensive side. This end is going to take a small back step with his right foot, and as soon as the tackle comes right here, he is going to come right off the tackle's backside, filling the B gap. As this times up, what ideally we're trying to happen, because this tackle is inside shoulder, this end is outside shoulder. As this tackle comes across this offensive tackle's face, more often than not, this tackle is always told not to allow anybody to cross your face. So what's going to happen? This tackle is going to force the offensive tackle to block him. Defensive ends are usually a little bit quicker, a little bit more athletic. As soon as this tackle makes his commit to block our defensive tackle, this end is going to scrape right off the backside of the tackle into what hopefully is a vacated area left by this tackle moving. So this defensive tackle now has outside contain. This end now is responsible for he's just going to come into the B gap. Basically, this is just a game trying to put some pressure on them if we think that they're trying to do a pass. Tackle and twist. So this would be strong side tackle and twist, because strength is always to the defensive left. Weak side tackle and twist, it's going to be the exact same thing. Inside shoulder, outside shoulder. He's crashing hard through the inside hip of this guy, and he has outside contain. The end, as soon as the tackle clears, he's cutting right, one jab step backwards, right off his backside into this area. Now, we could do a double tackle and twist. Both would be doing it at the same time. This is drawn up against a double tight formation. We'll teach the kids more about that. If there is not, say for instance, there is not a tight end, we can still run this game. End is going to maybe be here, tackle is going to be here. This is something that we'll work on, and we'll teach the kids as we progress through. Tackle working through the inside hip, has outside contained, end crashes off of his hip. More often than not, we're going to, if you remember the video, anytime we don't have a tight end to an inside, we go to a wide 9. If we remember, we go to a wide 9 technique. We slant so that our line is straight into the backfield, so our end is actually lined up like this. And at snap, he's just trying to condense the playing area. But we could do it to a weak side tackle and twist, even if there's not a tight end there. So just briefly, a little bit of gaming in case passing situations, we might be able to run this tackle and twist. It's called a tackle and twist for a reason. Tackle goes first, end goes second. Tackle first works through the inside hip of the tight end. End will go right off the backside of the tackle into what is hopefully a vacated area, because more often than not, this offensive tackle is going to take this tackle